I've cast more AoE 4 than anyone else in the scene, and I can hand on heart say I have never seen something this absurd in tournament play. All right, finally, after a very, very long takeaway order that kind of got ridiculous, we're ready to go. Numidan versus Dragavan, Chinese versus English. One and all, welcome back to A4 Action. This is going to be a long night. Definitely sticking to my guns that we're not going to cast all the way through to the grand finals. I think actually just waiting to get to the playoffs at this rate is going to be like another 2 hours of gameplay, because when I see English versus Chinese and I see Chinese in the hands of Numidan, I know that we're going to be here for an hour. So let me just save us 2 minutes by hitting 2 times speed on the early game. Could be fast, though. One thing that I got to say, Dragavan, if there was ever a time for this guy to shine bright like an exterminatus, like a beacon in the middle of the dark night, it is now. I do not know of any sole player that has believed more for longer in the idea of the Abbey of Kings build than this guy. So there is a possibility that we could be in for a very, very quick game. That's to see if he plays it. I love how I just got a message after placing that order from my partner. What did you get me? Scraps. You get scraps. There we go. And it is going to be Abbey of Kings. Imperial Academy coming on the other side. Yeah, so this is like pretty expected play-wise. Abbey of Kings, I think, is genuinely the new meta. And on top of that, I think Dragavan would have done this even if it hadn't been buffed. This man is absolutely infatuated with the king. It's ever since they added in the free king as well, there's this insane build where you go 2 TC. I think it's a bit harder to hit against the Chinese, but because you heal so quickly, you can even dive a hand cannon slit in placement. So Imperial Academy first also sets you up for this pain. The timing is just egregious. Like, we're almost 4 minutes in the game. Abbey of Kings, he could be building this a little bit quicker to get the 4.5 minute timing on the king. It guarantees that there's not a Barbican being dropped in time. And to be totally honest, there's no real high-value clean Barbican. Like, you'd have to drop it on the 4 to your base. Worst possible thing to do against what is quickly becoming the Coca Township of land. That's how highly I rate this opening for the English. Oh, we need to get predictions up. You guys have earned some predictions as you stuck with us through that long-ass wait between Vortex and Lysfron. So, let me kick up the predictions. Let's find out. So, I'll give you guys 2 minutes. Alright, so tech up complete. I think Numidan actually does have to open spears. What? Oh my god, Numidan, he didn't scout it. There's no way he scouted it. You do not open archery range if you scout the king. Oh, Jesus. Yep. Oh, man. That's so painful. This is the importance of scout timing, folks. And not just that, Dragavan is doing something wild. Are you kidding me right now? You absolute vile monster. Dude, Dragachad is on something, man. I agree. Like, it's double archery range. Guys, he literally got both feudal age landmarks. How about that? He didn't finish it all. No. It actually matters now that he didn't finish it. If he finished it, he'd at least have archery ranges as well to deal with Lombos. He now has Spearmen to deal with Lombo King. And here's the crazy thing about this build. Like, your Lombos are going to get healed up by the King. Like, this is insanely powerful. And yeah, I'm not surprised. This is probably how he beat Vortex. I'm not surprised at all. This build is literally both feudal landmarks. Man, Dragavan has been cooking. He's been brewing. And he's ready to explode. Numidan has got his work cut out now. Knight is wasting the time to Spearman. Love this detail. The reason you're seeing Dragavan do this, he's looking to dive towards the back eco anyway. But on top of that, he's wasting the Spearman and the Scout's time. All this info gathering is following him, which means nothing is seeing this. And it means that Numidan is not going to be ready for this. Dragavan is intentionally waiting until the Barbican timing should roughly be coming in. This is going to be brutal. Holy crap, I should have given you guys 30 seconds to put your predictions in. Village is now being pulled. Numidan's going for a risky loose Barbican. I mean, the king shouldn't be able to do this, but the Lombo's on the other side. And Numidan, this game just got excruciatingly painful. King did go... Okay, that was a missed micro. Dragovan should never be losing the king like that. So there is hope. There is a way. This game! What a crazy build. You know, it's interesting because we've been watching like Puppy Paw and Wham, specifically the most on English. They've been doing this very cool experimental build where you go king to get second TC or go Castle H. This is something else, man. This is Dragovan unhinged. Wombo count's going up. Numidan. Wait, what? He's moving his entire base. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen a player have to do this. Like, have we ever cast someone doing this? Oh my god, we've had games where players should have done this, but never where they do. Holy crap, Numidan. Well, like, okay, here's the bigger problem. He needs a new TC. The stone is really far away. So if Dragovan builds a new king and comes here, that's just GG, right? I can't believe this. This game is insane. Numidan can't get a landmark snipe, remember. He's even building the blacksmiths here. Oh, this is fantastic. And yeah, this is interesting. Remember, they moved the camp from men-at-arms to scouts. Wait. Which is really effective with the scout nearby. I don't think this affects outposts. This is just outpost vision. That would be broken. But yeah, like if he hadn't actually lost his scout, he would have seen a lot. This is kind of unnecessary. But Dragovan is now playing blind game. And what is Numidan's plan here? Like, what do you do next? I mean, it's siege engineering, right? Dragovan's going to try to end the game. Numidan has he not scouted the gold? He knows about the stone, rather. He knows about the stone. He's just not going for it. His Imperial Academy feels pretty worthless, right? No bonus taxation over here. And he's walling himself in. Dude, this game is crazy. I genuinely have I don't remember. Maybe years ago, I watched a game like this, but this is a rarity. And I got a smile on my face. You know, I'm actually happy that Lucifron and Vortex's series got delayed so that we could see this. I'm okay if this game goes an hour now because of how it began. I probably should say that unless I'm 100% confident that I'm okay with that. Rams now coming in. Dragovan, I mean, this is a crazy timing. Like, you just build 3 Rams, I think. You don't need to pump more Lombos right now. Numidan's only way out is to go Castle Age. So what you need to do is take out the TC so he can't scale his economy. Because then this play is pretty weak, right? Like, the deer and the boar do not last forever. The king is 200 resources, 100 food, 100 gold. Kind of surprised he actually didn't go for a rebuy. I feel like that's a very valuable tool to have. Because if he scouted this out and started just raiding, moved a few Lombos down here, it truly is GG. Like, Numidan, if this play got scouted at all, the game is over. And the crazy part is Dragovan saw him leave the base, but didn't want to come round and go towards this. Instead, Ram shuffling in. He's actually going to go for the houses. Not a bad idea, considering the way that Numidan recovers his base is by spamming Palace Guard. Palace Guard need to be high in quantity, especially when you're up against the Outpost Aura. One thing I don't like which Dragovan's doing, no Steeled Arrow. I'm hoping this gold is about Steeled Arrow and not about the king. The Steeled Arrow is critical here because the initial Palace Guard will die if you have that upgrade. Village going down. Oh my god, he's actually trying to go Lance. Wait. Okay, I think Numidan is trying to attack Dragovan's base now. Because there's no other reason why you go Lancers. Lancers are a terrible way of reclaiming your base. If you go Lancers, what ends up happening is your opponent can just get Spearman and you're counted from an age behind, right? Palace Guard feels like the freer choice, but Force now going up, Dragovan. What has this game become? Oh, he's moving in pretty deep here. That's ballsy. That's a lot of villagers, though. So a few of them are going to die. I feel like Dragovan is throwing away quite a lot here with this dive, though. Decent idle time. Imperial officials aren't going to be sniped. And this wall is not going to work. He's just going to dive it. Numidan! This tech up and for what? This may be the wildest English-Chinese game I have ever watched. Numidan is going to lose half his economy. Nestabes is coming. It's his one in redeeming quality, but it's not going to kill quick enough before the losses have stacked up. And Numidan, well, good thing his villagers did just die because he was housed. Oh my god. What a wild game. Where are the Rams? Dude, wait, you can't kill the neutral trade post. Please, Dragovan, please. Insanity ensues here, folks. Imperial officials have been reduced down to none. The Imperial Academy doesn't want to produce new ones due to the Lombos camping here. And Dragovan, I mean, what next? Like, what treat have you got waiting for me around the corner, son? I'm ready. Numidan and his one nest of bees versus the world. Ram's going to move in. I love how he's just like, mining camp. Let's hit that. I'm here anyway. Dragovan takes the long way around the wall. I mean, it's funny because actually if Dragovan just had the king, he could snipe the nest of bees, right? And it's like, it's just GG. Numidan now just gathering what little wood he can at home on the straggler trees because that's the only thing he can touch. Second wave of Lombos is coming. You know, often when you split Lombos like this, it kills you in a game. But I think when it's just a nest of bees on the other side, you're probably safe. It's not too bad. You know, it's probably not going to kill you. I do think Dragovan could be playing this a bit more aggressively, though. Like, building a ram right here does feel like GG, because these houses will just die, the stables will be gone, and then there's no comeback, right? Instead, Lombos, line formation in the villages. No textiles either. Oh, God, nest of bees. One is not going to phase him. Dragovan says more blood. Cost them a few LBs, but worth it, right? And behind this, it looks like there is a sneak out again. Yeah, Dragovan, if you just get 3 or 4 Lombos and sit them here, these guys die. Dragovan. I love the fact he's like, I could tech up, or I could just build horsemen now and end the game. I mean, I really want to see this king. I think it's negligible. It's pretty negligible by him to not get the king. Nestabes aren't going to insta-kill you, right? So if you pull away, the king heals you up. Like, this is like the king is worth his weight in gold in this game. Not to mention it's a way that you can snipe out the Nestabes. I feel like Numidan is going to have to go for a farm transition in the corner. Oh, God, more dead. He now has a 20 eco lead. Wow. And he's stealing the deer from the enemy side. Anything to not have to add in more farms, right? You need it as well when you're going into mass horsemen. The funny thing is, like, Dragovan could probably make this quite quick and clean now just by building, like, 4 rams with a group of spears and going. But where's the fun in that? Dragovan sitting there's like, I don't usually get games like that. Even for me, this is a bit out there. And yeah, it's kind of interesting that I think Dragovan, you're right, he didn't realize this was walled off only to this point, right? He didn't see what we saw. So funnily enough, Numidan's fake wall, his ethereal wall, his ghost wall, is keeping him in this game right now. Villagers awkwardly now in range, right? Like, Dragovan, please, just stone. If he just gets arrow slits, Numidan can't do this at all. Instead, we are massing horsemen. It's double nest of bees, 2 lancers. This is the world for Numidan. This is everything. Lose one of these units and you're not going to hold. And the other town center, I'm still waiting on it. But the problem is Numidan... Ooh, Lancer goes into the enemy base. That's a really smart play. Nice reaction by Dragovan. This is how you want to react to one cavalry unit in this situation. Short bows out, right? Otherwise, the idle time is going to be even longer, and the threat's still going to be relevant. Cool thing about sending horsemen, you stab him down slowly, and if you get injured, you just go back towards the Abbey of Kings. And Numidan is going for another TC. Wow. Okay, so he's trying to crawl back into his base. I think this is about securing the stone for maybe a keep drop to bridge his base. Dude, that is sick. If that's the idea, to get this like strip under your control again, love what the thought process is there from Numidan. He's essentially punishing Dragavan, or trying to punish Dragavan, for not closing a game, right? Like, Dragavan, it's almost like he's a little bit too hesitant. Either go Castle Age or build Rams and end. I think this is a weird kind of midpoint we're seeing from Dragavan that feels entirely unnecessary. I like how he's literally gone to his opponent's side of the map to gather deer and berries, and there's still straggler sheep around here. Like, this game. So I'm going to need everyone to take the lessons that Dragavan has imparted upon you here and take them into your ladder games, please. These are the type of games that I'm looking to cast. Thank you very much. People ask, like, what kind of games are you really after? These. I'll take more of these, Ty. Oh, absolutely incredible. It's like one of those, like, what's going to happen next type feelings as well, because I just genuinely do not know. I'll dive in. I think we know what's going to happen next. It's going to be a landmark rushdown. The villages as well. Oh my god, dude. He's sending everyone. What? Dragavan against 2 Nesta Bees is willing to do this. Oh my god. 1 landmark down. Free to go. Numenon's seeing this, like, just build another Nesta Bees. Yeah. Guys, Dragavan could lose this. He could honestly lose this. This is so unnecessary. Dragavan looking to drop the world on his opponent here. The Nesta Bees are getting ready and in range. They can shoot from over the tree line, from over the wall. Numenon making sure he's protected here. Nesta Bee shots come in big. Villagers diving right towards it. The horsemen need to get around. They need to counter these Nesta Bees right now, but the walls are going up. It's a panic to break through. Dragavan. Nesta Bees. Oh my god. They're still alive. And they're thirsty for blood. Numenon sets up the line. Villagers to hold. Short bows are not going to work. And I think Dragavan just lost the unlosable game. I have never cast a tournament game like this. To think a game that looked like the easiest win. A proxy rebuild base. A greedy Castle Age into an unnecessary all-in. Dragavan, after defeating Vortex with this very strategy, he may have fine-tuned it a bit too much. There's all-in, and then there's balls in a blender. And this is most definitely the blender. Dragavan has got 6 horsemen. He's got 6 villages. But Numenon is down to 15 workers. And no food. The TC. Oh my god. He calls it. Dragavan now dawns the title as loser of the unlosable.